Welcome to Personal Finance Declutter. I'm Kieran, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. One of the most frequent advices that I've gotten ever since I started on the financial independence journey is that it's never okay to buy a new car. The motto is always buy a used car. Is that really true? There are analogies of cars losing 30% of their values just when they leave the lot, and cars are seen as a bad investment. But are cars really an investment asset, or they are a necessity for your scenario? So by buying a new car, you're basically flushing money down the toilet. All of these statements have some truth to them. You shouldn't buy a new car by taking on more debt and you're not able to pay this debt off that causes you more stress. That's not a good way to go about it. Also, you're somebody who's handy and understands car really well. It may be worth your while to buy a used car and fix it up and make it like brand new. Finally, you may not have a critical commute that doesn't warrant for a new car, and the reliability of your vehicle is not paramount to you. So what are the scenarios in which a used car is undesirable? Number one, you're not handy. You don't know what anything in your car means, and you had to take it to a mechanic even for a simple oil change. All you hear is words, money, words, money. So you just end up shelling out a bunch of cash and you don't even know what was wrong with your car and what was done to fix it. Number two, you don't know how to buy a good used car, and you don't have anybody who you can trust as a mechanic to validate and tell you if you're buying a good used car. So the car may have a lot of problems and you would not even know it when you buy it. A reliable car is important to you to earn your livelihood. Whether it be it your business or work, you use your car for commuting, hauling stuff around, and use it as a primary way of commuting. So reaching work is important to you, and be there on time is important to you. Reliability in your car is absolutely important to you. Finally, the weather is a significant factor where you live. So getting stranded by the road with snow up to your eyeballs is not an option for you. You need a car that doesn't have the history of breaking down by the side of the road where you're stranded waiting for AAA to come pick you up. All the scenarios that I mentioned above pretty much describe me. Other than knowing how to drive the cars, I don't really understand the mechanics of a car that well, and I certainly cannot fix a car. I bought 3 cars in my life. The first 2 cars were used cars. The first car was a Dodge Intrepid. The second car was a Jeep Liberty. Both the cars broke down constantly and I had to take them into mechanics to get them fixed. It was pretty much like a bi-monthly event in my household. And the months that they didn't break down, it became a running joke in my household that I saved some money simply by not taking the car into repair. So I was getting super tired of AC not working and constantly engine check lights popping up, and I didn't even understand the reasons. And I was sort of resigned to thinking that this is how a car ownership experience is. So I was putting in a lot of time, efforts, and money to making these cars work, and I never felt confident that my cars were reliable and I was driving a safe vehicle. I finally had enough of used cars and I ended up buying a Subaru Legacy brand new. This is when I realized how a car ownership experience should be. It's been about 4 years since I bought my Subaru Legacy, and I had to take it into mechanics for exactly 0 times. I'm not used to this level of reliability. When I leave home, I almost certainly know that I reach work without my car breaking down. Obviously, even new cars can have some problems, but it's about the probability of a car breaking down when it's new versus used. Also, I have saved on a lot of the time and effort that I spent taking these cars into mechanics, and sometimes I had to take the days off. All those things are pretty much gone with the car that I have now. And I don't have to worry about driving in harsh Michigan winters to see if my cars will stay on the road or whether it'll skid off the road. The only thing that you can describe your car trouble should be unexpected. If you have a used car and the troubles become constant and you constantly expect it to break down, that's when you know that you are not a good candidate for buying a used car. So I advise you to evaluate yourself to see if you're a handy person, if you can fix a car and you understand the mechanics of a car, then great, go ahead and buy a used car and save a lot of money. If you are not the kind of person who understands the cars well, or if you don't have the time or efforts that you can put into learning about these things or taking them into mechanics, you simply need a car that works, I say consider buying a new car. So those were my thoughts on buying a new versus used car. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and leave your thoughts and experiences in the comment section below. I plan to make more videos related to personal finance, financial independence, decluttering, and minimalism. And if that's something that interests you, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.